Can anybody actually hear me?
Can anybody actually hear me?
Finally!
Can anybody actually hear me?
Oh my gosh.
Finally!
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. What was that? I gotta delete these. Okay.
I gotta delete these. Okay. I gotta delete these.
Owie! That hurts! Okay. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh. Finally, people could hear me. It was a glitch.
Crypto.com Visa card. A metal card. Powered by crypto.
Oh my.
How about these perks?
Yeah.
Without any food left to eat. Or from the inside, that once you hear it from the outside, it doesn't really match up. But without any food left before. You want to hear what you said? It may very well. Sure, that'd be great. Okay. Just beware though. A lot of times people are surprised by how they actually sound. Oh, really? Yeah, sometimes you're just so used to hearing your voice from the inside that once you hear it from the outside, it doesn't really match up. But I'm sure you'll be fine. What do you want to hear? I don't know. Can we hear the beginning? Okie dokie. Leopard Prince, take one, narrated by Daniel Thrasher. All right, whenever you're ready.
僕の先生はね、
The
僕に特別な大きな責任が。
Yeah, what is that? That's your voice? That is not my voice. Yeah, it is. See, Daniel Thrasher, right there. Right there.
No.
See, I told you this was going to happen. Very funny, man. You got me. But would you mind playing my voice back for me? Sure thing.
誰が犬を話したの？
what?
誰？
No.
Yes, and what you
No,
say.
that's not
I mean,
his
it's Chris.
voice, my guy. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch something else.
It was a beautiful.
Nope. No. Okay. Hold up. Boo. Okay. Hi.
What? 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 Oh boy, I hope Doco sees my very funny. You know what? You.
Hi. I'm just trying to do it live. Okay.
We are defined by algorithms. But
Dang it, I gotta get my.
Will be you. The all-new Infinity QX Define.
I wish this was a touch screen.
I believed in all their lies. I believed that I was safe and that I would never die. Now I'm all alone. I've been hiding in the dark. I just want to go home, but my teeth send me too far. I often do pretend. Can't you see I'm broken down? I wish this were the end, but I continue, I vow. Now all alone, I'm still fighting in the dark. And sad and salty wrong, we can only go so far. Oh, stay strong, we live eternally. All is well in the end of family. My faith battles are pure insanity. All is well in the end of family.
Hello everybody, I'm Clark. And this is the first test. You'll see when you first open Blender. You can look down there what I'm pressing. So this is the basic scene you'll see when you first open Blender. Now we can go to the animation workspace, just click on the top here, and that gives a nice starting setup for animation. We've got the camera view at the side here, so we're looking through this camera here at our cube. If I move around, you'll see a sort of similar view. And I'm using middle mouse button to move around my scene. I use shift middle mouse button to strafe and zoom in and out with the wheel. So if I left click on my cube, I can move my cube by pressing G to grab. And
so, you have a fully functional rigged character, but you've never animated before. Not a problem. Now, animate, but don't nothing. Anyway, right. Where to start and where to end over here. And from here, you are literally ready to animate. To do that, you have to decide where to place the key poses. To make a key pose, click a frame on the timeline and move the skeleton.
So character rigging can actually be really fun, it's very useful, and oftentimes very necessary to get good character animations. So in this quick 10-minute tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create the standard character rig ready for animation with constraints and everything. And you should be ready to start animating characters immediately after this Blender 2.8. Placing our cursor on this object and makes it a lot easier to work. In front of the knee there and going Shift A to the on the right arm. Now I need a controller for the arm constraints I'll be using. We'll tell it's 2 B bones, as this will allow me. So I'm going to go over to our armature settings and change the display as to B bones, as this will allow me to scale the bones up just for visual reference to be able to tell them apart. So now I can grab that controller bone and Control Alt S to scale it up and make this a bit bigger than the hand bone. Perfect. I go ahead and name this bone hand.control.r. Not like I do there, but with the .r at the end is actually what I'll change it to later on. Go ahead and name your light control bone. Something like light control.r works perfect. And then we have to name those 2 bones for the knee point.r and the elbow point.r as well that we just added in there. Now we're going to add one more bone, and this is the master control bone. So at the center of our character, go Shift A, add in one more bone, and then Control Alt S will scale it up a little bit to make it our main control bone, placing it directly underneath our character. Now every bone needs to be parented to another bone, so we're going to start off by grabbing our elbow pointer bone there and grabbing the shoulder bone and going Control P, keep the offset. Now we can do the same thing for our elbow point bone there, grab that, and this time I'm going to grab the controller bone for the leg and go Control P, parent to keep the offset. Now select the very first bone we added as the hips controller, scale it up again with Control Alt S, and go ahead and name it something like hips.control. Perfect. Now grabbing our upper leg bone, we're going to grab the hips bone, not the hips controller, and go Control P, keep the offset. And now we're going to grab the shoulder bone and the chest bone, Control P to keep the offset. That will work great. And now we're just going to grab our 3 controller bones, the leg controller bone, the hand controller bone, and the hip controller bone. And then grab the master bone in the center and hit Control P and keep the offset. Now we're ready to start adding some IK constraints to make animating really easy. So start by grabbing the upper bone on the leg, jumping over to pose mode, and then you can go to the bone constraints. We're going to add a new bone constraint and choose inverse kinematics. For For this, we're going to choose a target of the armature. The bone is going to be that controller bone that we added. So the leg controller bone.r. Change the chain length to 2, so it goes all the way up to the top of the leg bone there. And we're going to add in the pointer bone that we did there. So again, choose armature. And then for that point pull target, we're going to choose the knee point.r. So you can see that messed up the rotation. You're just going to want to choose the pull angle of 90 degrees. And that's basically it for the IK constraint. If you grab your IK controller bone now, you can see that we can animate multiple bones at the same time by moving that controller bone. And this makes animating a whole lot easier. So now let's go ahead and do it for the arm. So we're going to grab the lower arm bone, add it at the bone here, point the loop of at the bone, go over to the relate legs as you see here. But you can see if you rotate that hips controller, the whole chest and head rotate at the same time. Maybe not what we want. So you can grab that chest bone, go over to the relations in the bone settings, and uncheck inherent rotation. This will allow you to rotate that butt without having the chest bone move at all. Perfect. So now we're going to do the same thing for the chest. We don't want the neck and head rotating, so just uncheck inherent rotation on the neck, and you can rotate that chest without the head rotating as well. Another tip for areas of the human body that are a little bit more flabby, you can choose bendy bones and give it a few segments like on the stomach bone there. So there's a little bit of bend in the body as it rotates. Here I'm just going to give ourselves a little bit more stomach bone there and a little bit less chest bone. So we have a little bit more bendiness in the stomach area of our character. Now we can add that copy rotation constraint again to the foot, just like we did to the hand, by adding copy rotation on the foot bone, and in this case choosing armature and the leg controller bone. Now we have to change the space from local space with parent to local that bone. So just by subtracting some of that weight on both the left and right side, you can modify how much that bone affects the rig. And now you can see when I move my leg, the body doesn't move as well, but it's just the leg moving. And then the hips will, of course, control the rest of the body. So now I'm just quickly giving our character a pose with those control bones, showing you how easy it is to pose our entire mesh using that new armature that we just created in 10 minutes. Had a man forgotten on Joe, I'll be married long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Okay.
To their flaws. Now I'm all alone, fighting monsters in the dark. I wish that I could live, but I fear I've gone too far. Always begging, please, how come I would dread? I have fallen to my knees, and my pride gets to my head. Now I'm all alone, hearing whispers in the dark. I wander through the past, seeing memories afar. All is wrong, we live eternally. All is well in the ending family. Mars and bells and carry sanity.
That's a cool looking salvage spring. With scratch trap. Ugh, I don't like that baby though.
We can only roam when the monsters put to rest. I just want to go back home and get rid of all the stress. Now I'm all alone, seeing nothing but the dark. I walk without the fear that'll only go so far. Oh, stay strong, we live eternally. All is well in the ending family. Life and bells and pure insanity. All is well in the ending family.
Ace is the only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. You can buy in store or order what you need online for curbside pickup or free delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
monsters, I believed that I was safe and that I would never die. Now I'm all alone, I've been hiding in the dark. I just want to go home, but my teeth sent me too far. I often do pretend, can't you see I'm broken down? I wish this were the end, but I continue, I vow. Now I'm all alone, I'm still hiding in the darkness, and it's only wrong, we can only go so far. Always stay strong, we live eternally. All is well in the active family. My faith bounds of pure sanity. All is well in the active family. I never did go near, cause I know just what I saw. Yet on that day of joy, my life ended to their flaws. Now I'm all alone, fighting monsters in the dark. I wish that I could live, but I fear I've gone too far. Always begging, please get the outcome I would trade. I fall into my knees.
Alright, bye bye everyone.